Let me do it. You wanna talk about it? We gon' talk about it. You wanna talk about it? That Hollywood of the South. We gon' talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. We gon' talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. We gon' talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood. Let me do it. WCEG, Hollywood of the South. We gon' talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. We gon' talk about it. That Hollywood of the South.
And we're back on WCEGwood, the Hollywood of the South. I'm Wardell Richardson, your host again. We got a whole nother hour for you, and I'm still here with the Tillers. Man, if y'all missed the first half, y'all are missing out on the treat because they had everybody in here laughing. They are absolutely hilarious. But before we get back to them and the story of how they started television, I want to bring you some entertainment news. Just Mercy, set in Alabama, makes $10 million at the box office, which is dope because Jamie Foxx and what's his name, Michael B. Jordan, they did that thing in that movie. Now I only seen parts and pieces of it. I want to see the whole movie, but it looked like it's a great movie. So whoever's seen it, please don't give it away. but I definitely want to go see it. They're doing really well in that movie. It's a movie about a Montgomery-based lawyer working to get a man on death row off. So I know it's a great movie because we got two incredible actors playing in that role. I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. Miss Monica Pearson, better known as Monica Kaufman, makes a plea to save her GPB show, A Seat at the Table. The Emmy-nominated show features 3 generations of black women talking about issues important to them, such as colorism, microaggressions, and aging. Georgia Public Broadcasting will no longer fund it, and new episodes will not air after June. So she has been put out a post, and I looked at it earlier today, where she want this show to stay on the air. And I happened to go, I always research stuff when people put stuff out like that, and I went and looked at an episode, and it's a really good show. Like, it really talks about things that we need to know about. Unfortunately, I didn't know anything about the show until she put out the plea. And I hate when things get to that point when you start knowing about things. And I really, it's really unfortunate that they're taking the show off the air. But that's the nature of the business. If a show or network decide to go a different direction and you don't fit that genre, it is what it is. But she can still find other places to go. It's a great show. I'm sure another network will pick her up. Monica Kaufman Pearson now is a great woman. I met her one time, long time ago. So she's a great person to know. Congratulations to Louis Gossett Jr. and Lena Waithe for being recognized by the American Black Film Festival honors.
Oh, wow.
So that's a huge thing. Yeah. And some people should have been honored a long time ago, and Louis Gossett Jr. is one of them.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that black people are starting getting recognized by a lot of different things. But the bad thing is, why is it just not happening? Like, we've had so many great movies, so many great actors for years that never got the credit they deserve for the stuff that they've done.
Right.
And, I just feel I'm happy on one hand, but on the other hand, I'm just like, this should have been done, Yeah. But, we deal what we got to deal with when it comes to this society. But they're starting to notice that, and on one side, the black population, whatever we make popular, is popular.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. If we can make Popeye's chicken popular,
listen,
and have people in line, or patty pie, anything we decide is popular,
or television productions.
He slid that right on in there. Good timing. And one more congratulations. to Marsha Martin. That 15-year-old girl is, man, she is doing it. She was honored for as a rising star at the Trumpet Awards. So shout out to her. She's a star on Blackish and a producer and director.
Yeah, she's getting ready to do another movie.
Yeah, she getting ready to do another movie. She is blazing. 15 years old.
What was it, Little?
She did Little, yeah. Little. Mm-hmm. And that was directed by her, and that movie was a hit.
It was. I enjoyed it.
And she's steadily making hits. So now she's somebody that Hollywood is looking at that's making noise in the industry. And because she's 15 years old and a child, she has that much following now. You know? And people are watching her, so she got a long life to live. You know? And I'm very excited for her. It's good to see, people doing, growing and doing things like that, especially a 15-year-old girl. That's just huge to me. So shout out to her, and congratulations on your award. Now, back to the Tiller. So, the first half of the show, we talked to the Tillers, and they gave us a little insight on how they met and, what they went through before they became, before they got to where they are today. And we ended right off where he was finna get into television, which is their company. They do theater and film as well, or are y'all looking to go into film? We're looking to go into film. But they do theater, and now we're about to touch on that. So who want to start on that? Well, you was about to start into before the break. So going into how did television come about?
So basically, television was birthed out of, I won't call it frustration. I think it was more of a necessity. Mm-hmm. As much as I love Atlanta's very cliquish.
Yeah, it is. It's very cliquish.
Atlanta is very...
You have to pull away from those cliques, though.
You know.
Right.
Yeah. And as a musician, mm-hmm. and being married to an aspiring actress / gospel artist / playwright / wonderful wife.
Oh, there you go. You putting that butt on that boy.
Yeah. If y'all missed the first hour, I'm sorry. You probably I have a lot of groveling to do, so so it's all this sugar gonna make you sick,
I got a long ride home.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long, quiet ride home, and we live 10 minutes away.
You got all the jokes today.
And with that, it was Tomeka was just getting into acting and whatnot, and Atlanta is, and again, I love my city, so no disrespect to anybody, but this is our truth. It's all about the look. Mm-hmm. It's about the look, not so much the talent.
Right.
It's about.
Amen to that.
You go to casting calls. Oh, we're looking for 5'5", with weave and da 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 da. And if you can fake it, you'll make it over the actress who actually
can act.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's about the look, and I can say this: I've lived in LA briefly, a couple of months. And the thing I picked up from the West Coast was that people on the West Coast are really about that life.
Right.
So if they tell you, hey, I play guitar, they got their guitar with them. Mm-hmm. If they tell you I'm a singer, hey, let me hear something, they're on the spot.
Right.
If whatever it is, oh, you act, yo, let me see your demo, or you know what I'm saying, I'm trying, show me something.
Right.
And they're about that life. Here, coming back to the South, it was, again, going back to the whole putting the band thing together, auditioning folks. Hey, I'm a drummer. Okay, come. I got a kit set up in my basement. Oh, man, this pedal and yeah, I don't usually, you play with 5 B sticks. Oh, man, I usually play with 5 A's or 7 A's. And it's like, really, it's
right.
It's all about the look, but you look the part. You look cool. You got the glasses and you got the rock star starter kit, with the ripped jeans and the all this pre-assembled stuff, everything except for the talent. So television was born based out of that, and basically what our credo motto, our purpose, our mission is, it don't matter what you look like, dude. If you've got talent, come holler at us. If you want a shot, come holler at us, and we'll either put you on or we won't, but it won't be because of your appearance.
Right.
It's about
your talent,
what you're able to do,
right,
or not able to do.
Right.
And that's not to say we have an open door policy. Some of y'all really do suck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and that I say this all the time when it comes to Atlanta. When it comes to Atlanta and LA. In LA, people are actors and they work part time. In Atlanta, people work and they act part time.
Yeah.
So, and you can tell when they come to auditions and things like that. That's why people from LA don't take Atlanta actors and stuff serious.
Right.
that is so funny. Alice, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Right.
A few weeks ago. We just
That's
talked
why
about
we kind of built that ourselves, because I would go to auditions. They don't have a monologue. They come with a piece of paper for a headshot or stuff. Like, they don't have anything ready. And it's like, people, if they really want to act, I think they should go to LA and go to LA just for a minute.
Right.
And see how they do. It would change your life.
I've heard that because I've had several friends that moved.
Oh, yeah, and came back. Some of them come right back. I had people go out there, they moved to LA, and they came right back.
grand opening, grand closing.
Yep, because
We had some
they
friends
saw
that
it
come
ain't no
back,
joke out there. Like, them people, you go audition, you not just auditioning with other people, you auditioning with some celebrities, some stars, and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just, I'm just finna go do this audition. Like here in Atlanta, you can go just do an audition, go home, sit down, and just wait to see if you get a call. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's not like that in LA. Like, you lucky if you come in there on some crap, they just gonna see you out the door. They ain't even got time for it.
It'll be an about face. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
Yeah. Now we won't do that to people. Mm-hmm. We'll let you have your 2 minutes, but when you leave, listen, y'all. This is behind the scenes. I'm just telling you straight up. We do laugh at you. We have a real good laugh at your expense if you come in and just stink up the place, or if you're unprepared or whatever. And I say all this in jest, but I'm
So
serious.
y'all different. I tell them right then and there.
We do
what
too.
the problem is.
Sometimes
I can't let them get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I feel like I'm obligated to say something if they walk out the door thinking they did a good job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I can't let you get away with that.
Right.
We have some where we, ask them different questions and lead into telling them, maybe you want to try this next time or whatever.
Right.
But then there's some people that walk in and you could tell they're just thrown off.
Mm-hmm.
You have to let them go on back out the door.
Right.
They look like they're going to turn up at American Idol.
We still give them a fair shot, though.
They get a fair shot.
Yeah, I give people a shot.
We're kind people. We really are. We talk stuff and joke and all that, but we really are
When
fair.
we're casting, I'm like this.
Yeah, Tomeka's serious.
Thank you.
And that's pretty much all that is.
So you got that face that people be like, man, I don't know. Yeah.
And we feed off of each other. I think we were on air when Tomeka said this. I'm actually an introvert. I'm surprised I'm talking this much now. I think it's that Red Bull for real. But it has to be. Tomeka is the face of television.
Right.
I do all the behind the scenes stuff because I am naturally introverted by nature.
Some of the behind the scenes stuff.
Some of the behind the scenes stuff. I get off on pushing buttons and turning knobs and pulling levers and like the Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. I don't need the spotlight. Tomeka is naturally a PR person.
Okay.
She knows how to talk and work the deal. She does the business. I won't say solely, but I typically bring the product and Tomeka makes it happen.
So it's safe to say that where you're weak, that's her strength.
Absolutely.
And where
And
she's
vice
weak,
versa.
that's it. Yeah.
Right.
That it was perfect. A match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. I totally agree with that. It was.
Why y'all looking at each other
She
like
alright.
that? That is so funny.
She alright.
Y'all looking at each other like, you sure? You?
No, I'm kidding. So television is it started out with different things. Like it just ended up being kind of lately solely plays, but we are more than that. Like this year we plan to get more into the music, back into the music. But the play started with like he said, when we started dating, I invited him to a production I did called When the Sin Hits the Fan, and I think he kind of took an interest in it. What? Am I saying something wrong? Because you looking like...
Were we dating? I thought we were just sleeping together at the time.
Stop it. Let me tell you. You just on the roll now, huh?
That's the Red Bull kicking in for real.
Go back to sleep, because he was sleepy at first. But, so yeah, I had done the stage play When the Sin Hits the Fan, and then we did it again and again.
Yeah.
I think the first one was 2008. And then I think I stopped to like prepare to try to do it better, because I realized then I can do this,
Right.
And then again, like we were getting together and learning more about Trez and things that he could do and incorporating it into what I was doing, so we could be a team. And we did it again in 2012. And then I'm just like, that's when I was like, you can write a play. You need to write a play, because the way he thinks.
Yeah,
it's a little bit
I
different than other people. Like you go and you see plays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That play I saw, it was totally different from any other play I ever saw.
Thank you.
Right.
I appreciate
and
it.
then I really feel like God had to bring some people into our circle to help us, birth our vision. The Alices and Pat Olden, Alice Adams Johnson. Dana Abercrombie, who was one of my beginning actresses.
Lachey,
yeah. Latasha, that's my best friend. I shouldn't have started calling.
I was about to say,
names,
we're going to forget some people. It's going to be some hurt
Y'all know
feelings.
who y'all are. Don't do that. They know we love them. We love them, and they came along and kind of helped groom
Kevin Smith.
Oh yes, Kevin Smith, April Washington,
Morgan, oh God, okay, all right, keep going.
and the Garretts, they came along too. I mean, it's like each year God would just bring more and more people to help hone our crafts, and helping us bring it together. And then it literally the only thing that's holding us back from that next step is that money.
Right.
That certain it's like a whew.
Now I can
see promoters is hard.
Yeah. And a lot of promoters are scam artists.
I learned that from my mentor.
So you literally have to do some serious research on promoters before you even find one that's worth anything, and and talk to other people who've used them. Mm-hmm. That's the only way. Because literally most of them are scam artists. Now, when I mention y'all to people, everybody talks about the play Ho.
Yes.
And when I first mentioned y'all name, they're like, yeah, they did a play called Ho, didn't it? And I said, I guess so.
Yep.
And I did my research, and sure enough, y'all did a play called Ho. Now, how did that come about?
You want to tell them?
Ho came about. I was so we were writing another production. Mm-hmm. We were in pre-production on the production, and I was literally at work one day, and I was having lunch in my truck, and I heard the word Hosea. It was just whispered. Mm-hmm. Which got my attention because my middle name is Hosea.
Okay.
And I'm kind of looking around like, what? And I remember Googling it. I Googled Hosea because I'd heard that name before. So I just got a brief rundown of the story, the biblical story. It was the prophet Hosea, and basically the premise of the story is he was chilling one day, and looking at whores. And,
No.
And wait. And God told him, you see old girl over there. And he was like, you mean the prostitute? He was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, what's up? And God was like, I want you to marry her. And he was like, that hoe over there? You know?
Watch your mouth.
And I'm just saying. Okay, let me.
Yeah, we gotta.
He meant you. I mean, he meant. What am I saying? See, Tomeka don't mess me up. She got me
The prostitute. So you said the prostitute over.
Yes, and he was like, you mean that prostitute over there? And God was like, yeah. He said, I want you to marry her. And he was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, that's your wife. So he did. He was obedient. He married her. Her name was Gomer. And Gomer didn't stop doing what she was doing. You know, so every time she ran away to go back to that lifestyle, Hosea would go to God and say, man, you know, this chick tripping. You know, and God would say, yeah, I know. Go get your wife. You know, so he would go and I don't know how many times she ran away, but that's the premise of the story. So I Googled that and I was like, you know, that would be so dope if we told that story at the time, 2016. In 2016. So I called Tomeka. She was at home and I said, you know what? The play we were working on was called Talk Show. It was a parody of a talk show. I was like, scrap it. I said, the play we're doing is called Ho. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. I said, I'll bend, I'll be flexible on everything except the name. The name is Ho. It's gonna be called Ho. We can do this, we can do that, but I'm standing firm on the name. And
we can't call it whole trash.
Yeah.
The Christians are not gonna come.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's offensive. But the more when we started, you know, collabing on it, and the name had to be what it was.
Right.
And it's a reason for it.
Right.
You know. And a lot of people actually judged it, like they judged that book by its cover.
Based on
But they missed a really good production by doing that. Like it's really good. I mean, because Ho is short for Hosea.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's like this underlying, he was married to a prostitute.
Right.
You know, what we call them nowadays.
Right.
It's the H word. So it really was Ho, but it was Ho. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was a really good production. We did not.
Yeah, I heard. I haven't seen it, but the people that I know that saw it, they said it was really good.
We didn't cut any corners, and we put it out there raw.
It's out there.
I'll tell you that much.
It's about what he probably went through. Like if it were to happen in today's age, and
right.
you know, you busting up in a brothel talking about where my wife, you gonna meet some opposition.
Right.
So you know, it was. I'm sure he got knocked upside the head and all kind of stuff. So I mean, that's how we did it. We did it from an artistic standpoint, and so that Gomer wouldn't be demonized or judged, you
showed her vulnerability.
We showed her vulnerability, and what she was dealing with was a lust spirit. So we actually created a lustful character, an unseen entity called Lujuria, which is, you know, I had to look that up, which is Spanish for spirit of lust.
Right.
So Lujuria is an actual character in Ho, and it shows the possession of Gomer or Go-Go, as we call her. Go-Go stemming from one of my favorite forms of music. Shout out to DC. You know, Go-Go music.
Yeah.
But so we told the story from a very artistic, not in your face, and it's not vulgar, but it's definitely raw.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no language or you know, anything like that.
But it was like the truth.
Right.
It was pretty much put out there, like, people actually do deal with lust.
Yeah.
Some people have sex addictions.
Right.
You know, and imagine being married to somebody who has an addiction like that.
Right.
And so we put it out there. Like, what if this person, this man was a man of faith, was married to this woman who had this thing on her where she felt like kind of like that black snake moan, and she had to go out there and please that craving, you know. And how strong could you even withstand something like that in a marriage, you know, whatever. So we put that out there, and we added, like I was just saying, we added the prostitutes. We dressed them like prostitutes. We tried to be a little creative with the characters. We had a character called I Am, which is God, and we had that character played by a little girl. Actually, a really phenomenal young lady who's grown up.
What's up, Jazz?
Jasmine Wade played it, but I can't use her anymore because she's like a little woman. We had to put her somewhere else, next time. But and those were his ideas. His creativity is.
So, from what I understand from you, you just be out. You just be doing whatever you're doing, and something to happen. Like you're just like something to speak to you or something. And you just like, we got to do this.
Oh, you done triggered something now. What?
Yeah. So here's the thing, and I'm going to put this out there. Tomeka knows this about me, and those close to me know this about me. I hear from... spirits communicate with me. And I used to be reluctant to say that for fear of what people would think. He's crazy, but it's something I found out about myself when I was like 5 or 6. My great grandmother told me, she told me, she was like, you have the gift, you're going to see things you're not going to understand. Don't be afraid, yada, yada, yada. And it didn't manifest until later on, like my teen years, is when I started having like premonitions or, I want to go out with my crew, my homies and turn out, share and showcase, that kind of thing. And it would always be something that would delay me or hold me back, or and they'd end up going anyway without me, and that would be the night that everybody would get arrested or shot at or something, and I'm at home safe and sound, whatnot. So it happened a lot. So that was a very, very difficult conversation that I had to have with Tomeka. I'm like, I'm different in that respect, but she accepted it. I mean, she's seen some of the things I've seen, and that spirit, that energy flows through both of us. For example, so being given the concept and idea of Ho, I called Tomeka. It wasn't any question. When I got home that afternoon, that evening, we were bouncing ideas off of each other, and Ho was our first production that we literally wrote together, but we never wrote it together.
Right.
We never sat down. We were never in the same room. We were never in the house together. When I was at work, she was writing. When I was home, you know what I'm saying? So and then we brought it together and see what we had, and we edited it down, and what you see is is the finished product. We never sat down together and wrote Ho. Never. Ever.
Wow.
Where he left off, I'd pick up.
Yeah.
Where I left off, he'd pick up. Till we were done.
That's very talented, man. Y'all are definitely a team. So, so you get these, stuff. You get spoken to, and you go with whatever is spoken. You speak to Tomeka, and I'm sure, like the first time it happened, where you like, what the heck are you talking about? It took, because I'm sure it took some time before you.
I was looking for that medicine. I was like, you take medicine. I don't care what you say.
When I was at your house, and
I wasn't gonna say nothing about that. I'm gonna put you out there like that, babe. But I thought something was wrong with him, Wardell.
Really?
Yeah.
But he really is here.
Because that, a lot of times, because I do believe that people, have that kind of spirit, because I've seen it happen before where people, they'll say, well, something's about to happen, and then within a short amount of time it happens.
Yeah.
And and I know a person that she did it quite often, and it happened quite often. And I was like, okay, something is going on with this situation. Like, you just have to take credit where credit is due.
It's a gift.
Even if you don't believe it, you have to believe what you see.
You see this.
Right. So that's a great gift to have. I know a lot of people wish they had that gift.
It's cool at times. Sometimes it's annoying.
Okay.
To be quite honest, to be woken up at 3:00 and it's like a computer. You've got all these different browsers open, and it's like, do this. It can be a bit overwhelming at times, and it doesn't happen all the time. But when it does, it's like, okay, I've learned to pay attention. For example, going back to Alice Adams Johnson, Alice asked me to. So when we finished the Screams of Passion,
Alice been saying stuff to y'all.
Oh, has she?
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
Alice. So she's starting her own entertainment company.
Altrazo
Altrazo
Entertainment.
Yes. And she asked me if I would write her first production. And I was already working on something at the time, and I was like, sure, no problem. And like we were, my children live in Rome. My younger children live in Rome. And Tomeka and I were driving one day, and I turned the music down, and I was like, I got it. And she was like, you got what? And I was like, this is what we're gonna write, and we're gonna do this for Alice, and this is how it's gonna flow, and da 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 da. And Tomeka, again, she's used to it. She was just like, okay.
Well, let's go back. Alice wanted him to write a one-woman show.
Yeah.
Right.
And she asked me to be the actress. And she wanted Trash to write it. And so he was trying to figure out where to go with it and what to do, and then he just popped up, and I was like, okay, that's dope.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope. He finished writing it.
You got. I'm sure your mind is. I can tell from Screams of Passion. So when I saw that, I said, "Who in the world wrote this?" Because at the time I didn't know. I wasn't familiar with who you. I knew of you, but I didn't know who you were.
Right.
So I'm sitting here looking at this play, like, man, this is really good because it was twists and turns.
Yeah.
And it was stuff you never would see it happening.
Right.
And that's what I like. Like, because a lot of times you watch a movie on TV, you're like, okay, I know this finna happen, this finna happen. You can tell what's about to happen. And I can do that with plays. And that particular play, I was like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah.
We strive for that.
Yeah.
That's the point. We try to keep you guessing. But again, if you go back and watch it a second time, you can figure it out because there's Easter eggs all throughout the play. Hints being, and I won't ruin it for you because we really want you guys to see this. I think we said too much about Ho too.
We said a lot, but it's still so much more.
Yeah,
so.
there's
and see, that's the thing. Like, you said enough for people to want to go see it because I still want to see it. And I haven't seen Ho yet, but Screams of Passion was off the chain. Like, I would go back and watch it again just because I like it so much. And I done been to play it. I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm good on seeing it again. But I would definitely go see that again if you came out with it. And I really enjoyed it. It was literally like watching a movie on TV.
I told him that could be a movie.
And y'all, the way y'all use everything.
Yes.
Like coming out of the audience.
Yes, we definitely break the fourth wall.
Yeah. Y'all, that was awesome. It was like a 3D movie.
Thank you. I didn't know that, but thank you. That was the goal. When I was telling Tomeka and Alice and Pat, I was like, I wanted to jump off. It needs to come off the stage.
It was like a 3D movie.
It needs to come off the stage. I want audience interaction. I want her to, again, without giving too much away, she needs to enter from this side because everybody's attention is going to be this way. Right. And if she does this, it's going to freak some people out.
Right.
So,
right.
And,
that was actually.
And
that was my idea, Wardell.
And when I sit in audiences and stuff, I always listen to what everybody. You have people, they were all engaged in like, girl, you better go. You better,
They were. I heard it because I came out there at a certain point.
I was loving it, man, because I was so into it. I couldn't leave. And, I've seen people, when they get up at intermission, and they'll leave. Nobody left from there. Everybody wanted to know what's going to happen on the second half because it was that intriguing.
I appreciate that feedback. Usually, I'm behind the glass. I'm in the AV booth. Sound cues and lighting cues and communicating with Alice. Whereas, so I don't hear. I can't hear anything in the audience. All I hear, I got the headset on and I'm talking to Alice and da da da. So I appreciate that feedback. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I go to see plays, I am always like trying to find, just like when I watch a movie, I'm trying to find the mistakes. I'm trying to find like what they did wrong. Like I can't watch a movie without when I see a movie and I see a woman hanging off the edge of a car, they're hanging out the window. When you see the next scene, they way back here by the truck.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man.
I feel the same
Y'all could have
thing.
did better than that, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm so involved with that part of like I have to watch a movie at least 2 or 3 times before I really watch it because I'm always looking for the mistakes, you know, and what they did wrong because I learn from it. It's like a teaching tool to me. You know, I always learn from everything that I watch.
Right.
But when I watched that play, man, I was like, okay, I would love to work with them on the play because it was just that good.
Say word.
Yeah.
All right.
And so
You heard it.
I heard.
That was a really good play. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
So yeah, I definitely watch that again if y'all did that. So what was the idea behind that? Where did that idea come from?
It was spiritual. It was
These little dead people be talking to him. He
I
see dead people.
I see dead people. You know what? Honestly, we were wrapping up Ho. We were gearing up to do Ho the first time.
Okay.
And so going back to what we were saying in the first hour, I'm a huge Prince fan. So I took a page out of Prince's book. So meaning when everybody was jamming to Controversy, Prince was writing 1999.
Okay, yeah.
When 1999 came out and everybody was, oh, this is awesome, Prince was writing Purple Rain.
Right.
You know, except that so on and so forth. Prince was always thinking about his next album.
Right.
So with that, so while we were doing Ho, I was like, you know what? I need to be working on the next thing. In the event Ho blows up or somebody wants to know what else do you have. And I remember I was just at home one day and I was like, you know what? I want to do a murder mystery. I want to do something totally different. I don't want to do a...
Y'all did it at the right time too, right around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were about to do it earlier that year, and then we said no, scratch
nope.
it.
Right.
We let all the
Halloween was
actors
perfect.
know.
And with all due respect to every playwright, please, I don't mean any shade whatsoever. This is my personal opinion. It doesn't affect those of the show. But Atlanta is saturated with, Lord, why can't I find a good man?
Oh yeah.
Plays.
Yes.
Lord,
they
why
are.
won't my son act
Yes,
right?
they are.
Lord, where's my weave? Lord,
Right.
where's my new car? You know, all of these different plays. Like
Right.
that. So I always strive to do something different. And I was like, yo, what if somebody was having an affair and the woman crossed the line and the side dude ended up killing her and she came back. So that was the premise of it. And I was so I wrote it and I was like, this is too basic. Let me go back and let me add some stuff in here because now I know how it's going to end. And then at the end, you know, kind of turn it.
Oh, y'all turned it.
Kind of do that 180, you know what I mean? And it's like, but it needed to make sense. So I mean, it was just the necessity to do something different. And even with the new play, the one woman show, which is called The Naked Truth. Even that, my goal in that is actually ministry, but I wanted to outdo the Screams of Passion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want everything to kind of be consistent with the artistic ebb and flow of things, but yet everything is different in his own right. So I don't know if that answered your question. I don't even remember what the question was. Red Bull's wearing off.
He has another one called The Ballad of Sweet Auburn.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It deals with this young girl who kind of gets pulled into this sex trafficking situation.
Man, y'all touched on a lot of different subjects, right?
The way he did it though, it's I mean, people cry at
Yeah.
the end of that one. They really, it's another one that we have to do again because enough people didn't see that. We did it kind of like a black box.
We had cast crying. It's like,
Yeah.
y'all need to get yourself together. We still got another scene. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on. You know, so yeah.
It's got a lot of twists in it too. You know, that was his first one.
That was my first one.
That was
Really?
his first one.
Started out as a poem. And Tameka was like, you got to do something with this.
Because he wrote about this little girl who he saw. He actually saw. He used to see her in his house. Oh, this little girl I saw for myself. Let me tell you what she did.
For those of you that think Traz is crazy, Tameka is about to tell you
At
something.
first I thought he was a little throat.
So Tameka can join my crazy.
But the little, we had to get out of that house because the toys, there's this little toy that didn't have batteries in it. And it didn't work for years, from my understanding. One of his kids' toy just crunk up one day and just started. I said, nah, we can't live like this. But that's one thing. We were getting ready to move, and I think Sweet Auburn, which is the character he calls in his play, she was kind of like this with him. She didn't want us to move.
She was very, very attached to me.
She yanked all the cabinets out of the kitchen wall, like literally from here to there. She yanked them all out, all his dishes. Everything was broke all over the floor. Like it just shot off the wall.
True story.
They just shot off the wall. That was it for me.
She didn't want us.
That was it for me. I'm not even making this up. Y'all think I'm crazy all you want to.
She didn't want us to move. She didn't want us. She didn't want me specifically. She didn't want us to move. So did
you ever
research
to see?
She might be in Hill right now. There she go one day. I'm just kidding.
Did you ever research this?
Oh wow.
Did you ever research to see if something happened there at the house before? Or?
I'll say this. So
it was your house?
It was my house.
Okay.
Yeah. My ex-wife and I bought the house. The house was built in 2002.
So did your ex-wife see the girl too? Or?
No. The paranormal activity didn't really start until my ex-wife moved out and Tomeka moved in.
I guess she came with me.
But I'll say this.
I hadn't had no problems until I met him.
The house is right now is in Douglasville. I won't give the address, but the subdivision is Hunters Ridge subdivision.
You ain't gotta give all of that.
I'm saying because here's the relevance of what I'm saying. The house was built in 02. In 05, and the woman, the original owner, she saw it built and all that. She moved in 05. The house sat for a year. We bought it in 06. We moved in 2010 because of foolishness and all that. Somebody else bought the house. 2 years later, the house was empty. Yeah. It went back on the market. That house does not stay occupied. The house will not stay occupied.
Wow.
It keeps, honestly, since 02, I think this is either the 5th or 6th owner that has the house now. And I keep up with the stuff because I just want to make sure that I'm not crazy, even though I'm crazy, but not crazy like that.
Did y'all ever talk to any of the people that left them without it?
I've been tempted. Hey, is your basement haunted? That kind of thing. But people would come over, and it became a game to me. So it's like, again, all my studio stuff was downstairs, and hey, man, let's go downstairs and jam a little bit. And I'd leave them down there.
Wardell ain't gonna talk to us no more.
I think y'all some interesting people, man. Like, for real.
And
the queen ain't gonna talk to us.
I know, right? We be down there jamming, and I just get this light bulb would come over my head. I'm like, yo, I'm going upstairs. I'll be back. And knowing what's about to happen, she was very, very possessive. She was very attached to me. She was very territorial. I go upstairs and you know, Tomeka, watch this. You know, we just be in the kitchen laughing, and you hear footsteps running up the stairs. Hey man, it's something in your basement.
What?
Our kids even have had experiences with it.
Seriously.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Absolutely.
My son was like, "Oh, no can do."
Except
he
for
went
Brianna.
back over his dad's house and did not come back.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was off the chain. So again, she was really, really attached to me.
So they would leave. So whoever y'all had down there would come running upstairs and then something. Like, what would happen?
They would feel her. Just it would suddenly get. From what it was described, it would suddenly get cold, and you could just feel like something was walking towards you. And at which point, you know, this ain't the movies. Black people run. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you hear them come running upstairs. Hey man, dude, something's in your basement. Lights on, it don't even matter.
But the point in all of this is that girl is Sweet Auburn. And that's where that production came from.
That's where that came from.
He wrote about her.
Oh, wow.
So imagine that production.
Yeah. But real quick, because I do want to say this. She started tearing the house up once we started talking about moving. That's when she started like breaking stuff and whatnot. So our children, Brandon and Brianna, were at a game in Douglas High or Douglas whatever, And they went to a football game, and they came back one night, and and we're all in the bedroom, and hey, how was the game? Da 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 da. And Brianna asked, "So, are we still moving?" And I was like, "Yeah." Boom! Crash! Pow!
That was it.
Like we really thought, because we had bay doors, so the back of the house faced the woods, so there was no curtains or anything. I mean,
Right.
I mean, if a deer wanted to get a sneak peek, sure they could.
Right.
But we thought it was a home invasion. So I ran to the garage to get Mr. Friendly.
Right.
And when I came back in, I went in the kitchen, and I mean, dishes everywhere, cabinets on the floor and whatnot. And the thing about it, if they had fallen, the nails in the wall would have been down like this. The nails were standing straight, and the cabinets were about as far as I am from you. So they projected.
It looked like somebody pushed them. I mean, all the cabinets just came clean, like they were pushed off the wall. I was like, oh, let me get my things.
Yeah.
It's time for me to go.
So she's ready to leave me again.
I don't know what you got going on, buddy, but
that's a true story. So the Ballad of Sweet Auburn is actually about her. That's her story. Sex trafficking and da 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 da. It's wow.
we think something happened to some girl.
Yeah, a long time ago over there.
Yeah.
That look on your face tells me that we won't be getting invited back. So
No.
it was real, y'all.
Okay, so well, man, the show will go by quick. Okay, so I wanted to jump into, because y'all do a lot of skits on social media. One of my favorite ones, which I told y'all, was the jealous girlfriend.
Yeah.
That was my favorite of all, because the stuff that y'all was doing had me on the floor. Like, the one part where you was hanging the picture up and there was a silhouette of a girl, and you're like, who is that?
Oh, yeah.
He came in with this lamp leg, this leg lamp.
Yeah, this leg lamp. It was a leg of a
That
woman.
was the first-
It's from that movie, A Christmas Story.
Right.
So we had to, I said, Trans, I want to do this skit. I want to do this skit where I'm the jealous girlfriend. I said, you're going to come in with the leg lamp. Then you're going to come in with the statue lady. Then you're going to hang up the picture of the woman, And he really naturally just responded to me the way he was.
That was just a natural reaction.
That was his natural reaction. And I like to cut up. So
Man, I was hollering like, I said, this one is the best one. I loved it.
In those videos, if you notice, Tamika's really the clown. I respond.
She is. Like, you responded
I just
to her
responded to Tamika. Like, there's another one.
Because there was one where you slammed the door or something.
He went out the door. He went out each time. Well, you went out every time.
Every time.
Yeah. I beat him up going out the door.
Yep. You was beating them up.
Bringing all them different women in there. Residue.
Oh, love, back on the residue.
Boy, they're residue.
There is no residue.
They in the pictures. The leg lamps. The statues.
So y'all got the skits, y'all got the plays. What's next for y'all?
Music. Getting back to the music, because his first love, well, mine too, but I think I just kind of jumped into that acting and playwriting thing, and I'm kind of stuck. Mm-hmm. But what's next? Music, getting the band back together, getting him back to his true passion. We still gonna do the plays though,
right?
And I'm like, we're gonna do the one woman show with Alice, and I'm also gonna be in a production with Ruby J. Manuel.
She been on here talking to.
Yeah, her production is in LA at Saban Theater in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
I think I did.
What's the name?
June 26th. It's called The Suitcase. And I am playing her lead role. So that's gonna
be in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Is it Beverly Hills?
Yeah, Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like right there with LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the rich part.
Yeah, that's where it's gonna be, in Beverly Hills. So I'm excited about that. But I think with television, we are, as far as the productions are concerned, they'll probably come back up in the fall of 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're working on doing it a little bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. And so we get ready to wrap up the show. And man, y'all have been a hoot. I appreciate y'all for coming. This show go by quick, man, especially when you having fun with the people you're interviewing.
Are y'all gonna give us hot wings? Y'all got hot wings back there? I'm just kidding.
Y'all got some pork rinds. Y'all got some pork rinds in the green room.
We got some pork rinds in there. I'm kidding. Go ahead, Wardell. We know you ain't got that much time.
So we got a few minutes left. If from each of y'all, if y'all can leave a nugget, something positive to tell your fans, family, anybody who's watching, what would that be?
Well, I would say stick to your dreams. Don't give up. Doesn't matter how old you are. You can do it. Go to LA, like Wardell said.
Get some experience on that, man.
Get some experience because I think it's room for everybody here. Even here and in LA, you know, there's different places. It's a wide array. Mm-hmm. But be serious about your craft. Get your headshots done. Learn those monologues. And stick to it. Don't give up. I know people who are older than me that are doing so good. I have a friend who started out with me. I can't really say what she's getting ready to do because she's under, you know, that disclosure thing. But she's about to come out swinging. She just got signed with TP and and as a main character. But anyway, I'm excited for her. She didn't give up. She moved to LA. Mm-hmm. She actually still lives there, but she's coming back here for that. And people like her, you know, just my advice would be is stick with it. You know, we're even having to take our own advice. You can't give up. You know, create your own platforms.
Right.
Don't wait. You know, make videos, do something, get somebody's attention.
Right.
You know, it's just too many tools out there.
It is. It's a lot. Social media is the way to go too.
It is.
Yeah. What you got?
I would say, piggybacking on what Tomeka said, believe in yourself and don't be afraid to hear no. And that which doesn't kill you can only make you stronger.
Right.
Except lions. Lions will definitely kill you.
Be teachable and take people.
Lions will definitely kill you.
Be teachable and take constructive criticism.
Y'all are hilarious, man.
But no. I will say this on a short note. I know we run out of time. But listen, your friends will set you up for failure, whether or not that's their intention. Surround yourself with people that don't know you. Get an honest opinion about your work, your product. Get honest feedback from people that aren't attached to you, from people that aren't biased. Mm-hmm. That's because they're going to reflect the consumer's opinion. Your friends are going to tell you, oh yeah, it's great. Right. And, you know, then next thing you know, you're walking around with green bell bottoms and a turtleneck sweater in the summertime thinking you're stuff. So that's I just want to say that don't be afraid of rejection. Don't be afraid to hear no, and solicit honest opinions from those that aren't attached to you.
Okay.
And stay away from lions.
And finally, how can people reach y'all?
You know what? I was getting ready to say it, and I said Wardell probably gonna ask. So wait. So anyway, you can find us on Facebook. Well, my Facebook page is I am Tomeka Tiller. And that's just like, well, Tomeka, because people spell my name wrong, Tiller, but I am Tomeka Tiller, and well, I'll let you say your own. You can find us on Dem Dam Tillers, DEMDAM, all one word, Dem Dam Tillers, DEMDAMNTILLERS. We're also on Instagram, both pages. We got a website, www.tillervision, just like television, but tillervision.com.
All right.
And I am known as Traz on Instagram and Facebook. Known as Traz, all scrambled. All mashed in one word. Last name Tiller, Tiller. And you can call me 777-9311. Please.
Yep, that's his phone number.
That's an old school joke, folks. Don't call that number. It doesn't work.
Call it.
Don't ask me how I know. I just know.
Lord, you probably called it to see.
I did back in the day.
Let me see if this number still works. I'm gonna call it when we get in the car.
It was always busy.
To see if somebody got it. I want to check.
No, serious. True story. That was Jesse Johnson's phone number when Prince wrote that song for the time.
Oh, really? He gonna put him out there like
he
that?
was like, I need something that rhymes. So 777-9311, and that was Jesse Johnson, the guitarist for the time. That was his phone number at the time. So Prince kind of put him out there, and then of course
He loves
his
Prince.
phone wouldn't stop ringing. I'm a big Prince fan.
Yeah.
Have me back when you want to talk about Prince.
He's probably adoring his purple walls.
I'm sure he do.
I've got Prince stuff I shouldn't have. Like for real, I got all kind of. I've got
Cut out booty pants.
No, I don't.
All that.
No, I don't. I ain't got those no more. I don't have those. I don't have those.
He said no more. He said I don't have those no more.
Prince's cut out booty
I
pants.
know, right? Because he sure had a pair. On that note, I want to thank y'all, man, for coming. Y'all was
Thank you for
hoops.
having us.
I really appreciate y'all. I knew y'all would be crazy. In a good way. But thank y'all for coming. I really appreciate y'all. I love y'all, what y'all are doing.
Thank you.
It's definitely something different, you know. And, you know, if y'all ever need me for anything, just let me know.
Okay.
We'll talk about
It's funny you mention that.
But I definitely appreciate y'all for coming, taking out the time to come and interview with me. On that note, once again, ITEE, the Youth Award Show, it will be April 19th. I will be hosting it once again this year. So if you got kids that you want, if they a preacher, a young kid preacher or a speaker, you know, whatever their talent is, hit me in my inbox, Mr. Wardell Richardson at gmail.com, and my email, and hit me in my inbox on social media, Instagram, under my name, Wardell Richardson, or hit up Marcella Phillips. On that note, I think that's saying she does several different characters. And I'm sitting here like, what in the world? I said, I gotta get her on the show. And she's new to the game. So, you know, she's I talked to her for a minute. She's a great person. And we got her coming in, and we got another actor coming in who I did some movies with. You know, if y'all don't know, I have movies on Amazon. I have movies on Tubi TV. We get ready to have some stuff on Netflix. So stay tuned. You gotta check me out. But come in next week, 6:30 to 8:30, right here at WCEGwood, Hollywood of the South. And we are out. God bless. See you later. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah. Let me do it. You wanna talk about it? We gon' talk about it. You wanna talk about it? That Hollywood of the South. We gon' talk about it. That Hollywood of the South.